We're exploring with sisters, and today, as part of our Havilah voyage, we're going on an excursion. It will take us across the Atlantic Road. We departed at the port in Kristiansand, which is below the Arctic Circle. The excursion included a Norwegian dinner at a family-style restaurant. The restaurant had a traditional sod roof. We saw these all over Norway. The roofs are constructed by putting in roof boards and then applying several layers of birch bark before the sod is applied to the very top. They had a pre-chosen menu of a traditional cod fish stew and some bread, and as you know from previous YouTubes, I don't eat fish, so I basically skipped this bacalao and had just the bread and butter for dinner. For those that are interested, I'll tell you what's in it. Bacalao has the codfish, potatoes, olives, and a red tomato sauce. After dinner, it was time to get back on the bus and drive the Atlantic Road. The Atlantic Road connects 8 islands and consists of 8 different bridges, and it meanders through the islands, and very few of those are actually inhabited now. The road opened in 1989 and is only 5.2 miles long. It takes about 10 minutes to drive it in one direction. That is, if you don't stop and take a few walks and pictures along the way. Our bus stopped at one of the first places available on the road, and it had a restaurant, some restrooms, but more importantly, it had this beautiful walkway that was a loop around an island. The walkway is really just a wonderful visual experience as well as a pathway. It was designed by an architectural firm, and it is definitely a beautiful place where nature meets architecture and modern engineering with the view of the bridge. Although there's multiple bridges on this Atlantic Ocean road, the main one that's photographed is the one we kept looking back to that is a beautiful arch. It goes up pretty high. I would love to share the name with you. I'll put it on the screen because I cannot pronounce it. It was so windy, it was actually funny because we had trouble walking against it.
Hi! I'd like to take a picture, but I can't see. I can't see. It's laughing.
This road is often referred to as the Road to Nowhere. This road may look familiar to you if you saw the James Bond movie, No Time to Die. It's where they filmed the final stunt of the movie. The pathway is made out of a metal grate that almost floats over the terrain. The natural landscaping was absolutely gorgeous. So thankful that the rain let up and we were able to enjoy this beautiful path. As the path turned on the other side of the island, the wind was much less. The views were still just incredibly beautiful with the waves hitting the rocks. I especially appreciated how the railing on the great walkway was so sculptural. It went up and down and sloped, sort of like the bridge that we were looking at while we were walking on it. The plants on the hillside were starting to show some early fall colors. Of course, all the plants looked like they were so happy and healthy because of all this rain that they must get. I found it interesting to look out the window of the bus and see this white line in the ocean where the Atlantic Ocean tide or the wave current hits the waters from the fjord. After we enjoyed our walk, we got back on the bus and continued down the road. There are so many islands in this archipelago. It's also very popular for scuba divers because of all the shipwrecks that have happened over the years. We also learned that it's legal to park your camper van in one of the designated parking areas and park overnight for free of charge. There's restrooms and restaurants around. I mean, that sounds like a great plan, and what a better way to spend the night listening to the ocean waves. Although the road isn't very long, the drive is absolutely stunning. I would say that it's worth going out of your way to drive it and to make time to stop and hike. Our drive back to Molde led us past some beautiful farmland. I couldn't believe the size of some of these barns. My goodness, they must have a lot of animals. The evening progressed as we made our way to the port, and it was quite dark and a little scary again when we arrived.
What are the chances that I would be in Norway and stuck on the same dock, waiting for the same boat? I'm out here in the cold. I don't know anybody. It's cold. It's much colder. And where's the boat? Where is the boat? Where's the boat? Come on, Norway. Our bus driver dropped us off and said, hey, have a nice night. Your boat will be here soon. Where's the boat? It's cold. Oh, and late. Here's our boat. Here's our boat. Yay! We've been saved.
Although the evening was a little different than we expected, I loved it, and I thank you Havala Voyages for setting up this excursion. And thank you for watching this video with Exploring with Sisters. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't miss out on any of our videos.